Cookies here with turn 45 of EA Vanheim in the Noob Orange lobby. So let's go ahead and see how things went. We got a Seeking's Court, we got a Spectre, a Storm Demon. We had a number of fights, so let's go ahead and dive into those. Pomoria lost a attempt to break a siege against Helheim Sacreds. I suppose we can watch that really quick. It's going to be a massacre, but these guys were loaded to the gills with gems, but they're only doing baby elementals, which aren't going to do much to these sacreds. Okay. And next up, we have our raid into Abysia, retaking this from barbarians. So sending in the trolls. Alright, we lose one troll. Next up, we're raiding into Amon Forest. Just trying to... Oh, that's not worth watching. Do we lose anything? Oh, we did. We actually did not. Let's see. Moving into Vulture and Ubar province. We send some herdmen and a troll against some barbarians. See some earth growth coming out. It's catching some of them. Okay. And then next up, we're moving into the Fortress of the Misty Bog. We lose 2 Vanheers, I guess. Oh, are these the storms? Sorry, I'm a couple turns ahead. Alright, clean that up, and then we move in on this stuff. Okay. And then there's a battle in Ubar. Let's see. Ooh, the big storm from Abysia. Gems? Gems? Weapons? Items? Anything? No? Hitting in turn? The Thuggy still has items. Okay. So Abysia gets the joys of fighting the Helheim Thug. That was a lot of lightning. It was very effective. I mean, they have a lot of HP, so they generally take a couple of hits, but they're getting tied up in the gate with this Thug. Who's definitely not going to be as good, because the Bless is different. So isn't going to have like 33 whatever defense. Alright, so they clean up the attack rear raiders. We have a wave start. Alright, we see this trickling effect again from Abysia, where it's just like individuals walking forward and getting zapped. Man. Do they not? Yeah, I thought they had Berserk. Oof. This is a disaster. Okay. I know the Ubar player is going to be happy about this, but man, This is going to make it really hard for Abysia to defend their thrones from Helheim. So we'll have to see. Okay. Alright, so 54 burning ones dead, 5 warlocks. Kills a few things, like the hanger drop dying is good. Killed most of the troops, so won't have to deal with them again, so that'll be nice for Abysia. But yeah, that's definitely a disaster. And then we go into the Lost Lands. Alright. There's one van here, per usual. We get a false prophet that I'm gonna not care about. Necromancer brought on an assassination. So let's go ahead and see that. It's a ghost. Does that kill? Oh, apparently not. Okay. So we wreck it. We have an arena coming up. Stars are right for blood magic. Nice. And we get a hero. We lose a mercenary and Calum is gone. Okay. So this guy's pretty cool. You can change shape him. So the only bad thing about keeping him in this shape is he's a people eater and he brings misfortune. So you don't want to keep him in this shape very long. But in this shape, he's a bringer of fortune. So this is what I'll keep him as, and I renamed him just so I wouldn't confuse him for a generic dwarf. Although I don't think they can random here too. They have a slim chance. Alright, so yeah, worth renaming him. We're forging some stuff, specifically a lot of attack and morale gear. So we can at least try to thug some of the Helheim stuff. We're moving a lot of stuff back here, so we're starting to consolidate armies. Armies on thrones and armies that can respond to thrones for the most part. I don't plan on defending the Calum lands super heavily, although it'd be losing Calum itself would really suck, but some of the lands around it are... It would suck to lose those, but it wouldn't be game ending, like losing the thrones. I need to be extremely careful that I don't have too many sacreds out of position against these Helheim sacred, like sacred balls or sacred armies. I don't know. I call them balls because it's just like a big ball of sacreds that just runs in and kills everything under wailing winds. We are building temples everywhere. Pushes our dominion through so we get more money, and also allows us to recruit more sacreds, because our generic troops aren't going to do anything against Helheim except raid undefended provinces. We have started forging blood thorns, so we can get storm demons, because we just finished blood 4. Moving up to alt 7 now. So alt 7 is nice because mass protection. Curse of the Frog Prince is a nice side. Potentially Iron Walls. Fog Warriors could be super good. So that's for that. In Evo 6, Wrathful Skies, Flame Eruption. We can also do Wailing Winds using Communions. And Mind Hunt. So yeah, there's some good stuff in here. And we're doing Enchantment 5. And that's for Foul Vapors, I think, almost exclusively. And then Blood 7 for Vampires. I'm probably going to change that up soon. We are a couple of turns back, but we'll see where that goes. I'm sending this guy since he stole one of my great swords. I can't get him to give it back. Going gonna send him to the death match. So he can earn it, or he can just die, is my feeling on it. Forging a Herald Lance, so we're forging a little morale gear set. So the Herald Lance is nice because it can, one of its many properties is it gives +1 inspirational. We're also distributing mages, so we can cast most of our major spells that we can cast when we take these fights on thrones or near them. So that'll be nice. So just a lot of logistics, a lot of recruiting, more Jarls, more gnomes, more enchantresses, just all the things. Especially once we finish these temples, it's going to get even crazier. And let's see, doing our first couple of storm demons here. I think pretty soon here I'm going to start having somebody else forge these boosters. I just wanted to make sure I got like a little squad of storm demons out really quickly in case Helheim tried something really soon. And yeah, I think we're good. So I'll go ahead and see you in turn 46.